So Jasmine told Mama D, you text her saying you'll give her more money if she gives you more.
What? Come on, dog. Like, I don't be around that. I don't even come to your door because you come to the door naked.
What's going on? You stuttering. He want to talk about she come to the door naked. Like, oh, she do? Oh, you just now bringing it up now that something's been brought up? Like, bro, I'm hearing a lot of excuses. I should be hearing the bitches lying. Just keep it up. But the end of the day, for real, like, what the?
All that nigga got time for. You still dragging me all this time, got me back in court, wasting money. I'm constantly always giving you extra money. Jasmine is back up on 10 trying to ruin my life. You're single, you don't have a man, and you're miserable.
The glittering inside the icy house, a storm of secrets, treachery, and trust was building between Rasheeda and her husband Kirk Frost, despite the bright and busy lights of Atlanta's nightlife. Their marriage may have been destroyed by this storm for years. After months of seeking, Rasheeda finally found the answers she needed tonight, but the revelation would cost something. As the owner of her empire, a successful businesswoman, and a boss, Rasheeda had always taken pride in her position. She had put in a great deal of effort to get to where she was now, balancing her relationship with her longtime spouse Kirk and her family. Despite their share of ups and downs, Rasheeda had always believed that their partnership could endure any adversity, yet there were rumors. This had been in circulation for a very long time. While Rasheeda had tried to brush off the rumors about Kirk's adultery, a lady named Jasmine, and a payment that she couldn't ignore, something inside of her snapped when she discovered that Jasmine had been paid by Kirk for hanging out with him. The rumors had started months earlier. It was especially distressing to hear the news because it not just a fleeting desire, but something Kirk allegedly paid for in a financial transaction, which made Rasheeda question their relationship in every aspect. Kirk had been paying Jasmine money to spend time with him in ways that went much beyond business, according to friends who told Rasheeda about it. It was difficult for Rasheeda to accept that her husband was participating in such a transaction. Not able to shake, was it an isolated mistake, or was this the latest in a series of betrayals? After weeks of silence, the questions kept coming back to her mind, keeping her up at night and making her wonder if the person she had spent so much time with had completely forgotten about their relationship. Rasheeda was standing in the middle of their lavish living room, pondering when she decided it was time to confront Kirk and ask for the truth. She had to be strong for herself, her family, and their company while being raised, but she knew deep down that this encounter would change everything forever. After a challenging day, Kirk arrived home unaware of the impending storm. He greeted Rasheeda with a smile, but she didn't look him in the eye, her expression cold and unyielding. "We need to talk, Kirk." Rasheeda's voice was firm but composed. The tension in her eyes caused Kirk's smile to fade. "How are you, my love? You appear upset." "I've had enough of playing games, Kirk, and I know what you've been up to." Rasheeda's crossing of her arms over her chest was a sign that she wasn't giving in. Kirk stiffened his face, and Rasheeda took a long breath. "You mean what?" "Kirk, I know about the money. You hired Jasmine to spend time with you, right? I know that. You rewarded her for something that, in my opinion, solely belonged in our marriage." Although Kirk's eyes widened momentarily, he quickly tried to collect himself. "Please don't lie to me, Rasheeda. It's not what you think." "Kirk!" Rasheeda struck back savagely. "You pretend I'm not aware of what's been happening, but I can't ignore the boundary you've crossed. While skulking around, you've been paying this woman to be with you." Kirk took a hand. His hair was getting a little irritated. "It wasn't like that, Rasheeda. It was a mistake. I didn't plan for it to become this bad, but you have to understand that I wasn't thinking straight and that things have been crazy." With anger burning in her eyes, Rasheeda took a step forward. "That's your excuse for not thinking clearly. Kirk, it is not only a mistake, but also a betrayal that you paid a woman to have sex with you. Never even attempt to tell me I'm not so stupid. It was just a business arrangement. Kirk, you have previously lied to me, but this is completely different. I am unable to go back after you have crossed that line. You give me this as payment for the time I've spent with you throughout my life." Kirk appeared defensive yet guilty when Rasheeda cut him off. "Though things weren't like that, Rasheeda, you must believe me when I say I didn't aim to hurt you. Been challenging for us. I sincerely regret the mistake and promise not to let it occur again." "Kirk, how am I to believe you?" Rasheeda's voice carried not only her furious anger, but also pain. How am I supposed to believe you after all that you've done? You say it was a mistake, but you paid her for a business deal, not a single night, and I'm supposed to overlook the room's eerie silence. Rasheeda's emotions were rushing, and she wasn't sure what direction to go. The hurt was so great that the betrayal felt like a wound that could never be healed by an apology. Room is what I need. Kirk, I need some time to see whether I can overcome this, she retorted. I am unsure about my ability to forgive you for this. In a softer, but no less agonized tone, she said, I'm not even sure if I'd like to. Kirk was unable to talk. He realized the gravity of what he had done, and his heart fell. You've already lost me with that, Kirk, so it's too late. Rasheeda stepped back and shook her head, begging, please don't do this. You have my love. I don't want you gone. Then she turned and walked out of the room, leaving Kirk standing there with his guilt and regrets choking him. The fact that Kirk Frost had made a choice was something he had to confront for the first time in a long time. As a queen who had created her empire from the ground up, Rasheeda was aware that the road ahead would be challenging because trust had been shattered and there was no guarantee that it could be rebuilt. Nevertheless, she was ready to endure the pain no matter what occurred with Kirk. That may end up costing him all he had known in life, including his life, his marriage, and his family. Although she still had a long way to go in the battle for her future, Rasheeda was not going to allow anyone, not even her husband, to defeat her.
So Jasmine told Mama D, you text her saying you'll give her more money if she gives you more.
What? Come on, dog. Like, I don't be around that. I won't even come to your door because you come to the door naked.
What the going on? You stuttering. He want to talk about some, she come to the door naked. Like, oh, she do? Oh, you just now bringing it up now that something's been brought up? Like, bro, I'm hearing a lot of excuses. I should be hearing the bitches lying. Just keep it up. But the end of the day, for real, like, what the?
All that nigga got time for. You still dragging me all this time, got me back in court, wasting money. I'm constantly always giving you extra money. Jasmine is back up on 10 trying to ruin my life. You're single, you don't have a man, and you're miserable.